Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Live. Now, Get Us There is an independent student initiative aiming to raise funds for a group of Johannesburg-based film students who have been accepted to study at the New York Film Academy, prestigious international film school that has produced world-class actors and filmmakers. Each student was individually auditioned for either making a film or musical theatre, hoping to receive this partial scholarship. Now, we are going to try and speak to Koketso Nikki as well as Karabo in a little while. For now, though, let's go to Alexander, where Sir Marshall is standing by. Sir Marshall, okay, well, not yet. We will try and see if we can go to Alexander. And then the students will tell us what is Get Us There or Get You As There. Do you see the stuff that they're doing? They're playing with words there. So we'll talk to them a little bit about that. And then we'll also head down to Alexander. As I said, Sam Marshall, let's see if we can try and go to Alexander. Sam Marshall, good morning to you.
Good morning, Lebo, and good morning to the viewers. We're coming to you live, as you rightfully said, from Alexandra township, or Alex as it's affectionately known, from a location called Sweatlight. It's one of the 5 venues that's been identified for the Bontle campaign, which is actually a clean and green campaign in this part of Johannesburg. We're going to see literally hundreds, thousands of people in their greens on the ground, picking up, cleaning up dirt. And let me not share more, but somebody who can give us insight is the MEC of Economic Development, Environment, Agriculture and Rural Development, MEC Lebogang Maile, and he's been passionate about this project. MEC, good morning. Thank you very much for joining me. Share with us what this campaign is all about, because this campaign has been around for a while now.
Morning, and thanks for having us. Like you say, this campaign, it's about cleaning and greening. It's about dealing with waste management. It's about dealing with environmental sustainability and bringing about awareness and consciousness about to our people around issues of environment. Because as you can see, this place is filthy, and there's a lot of places like this, not just here in Alexandra, in the different parts of Gauteng, and it's not just in the townships, even in our towns. And that is why this campaign will be rolled out to different parts of Gauteng, the townships, the towns, the suburbs, everywhere where our people are.
MEC, but this cleaning campaign is part of a much bigger revitalizing program.
Yes, certainly. We want to build a environmentally sustainable Gauteng, a Gauteng that is clean, but a Gauteng of integrated communities, and a Gauteng where everybody can live in better conditions, proud and safe, and where there's jobs, where the economy grows and all that. This is just part of our broader plan of making sure that we build a better Gauteng in the next few years.
Okay, so give me a sense, MEC, of the logistics this morning, because we're talking about thousands of people coming together at the starting point at Alex Stadium.
Yeah, well, we've got people who are coming from different parts of Gauteng, and we've got people from Alexandra here. They will be going to 5 different areas, like you have said, the 2 hostels, I think 3 hostels, this area where we are, Stretla, and the taxi rank. So we'd have the minister, would have the Minister of Environment, the Premier, the Mayor, other MMCs, councillors, members of Parliament, of legislatures, community leaders, people from sporting fraternity, people who are actors, people who are coming from all walks of life will be joining us today. And then at 11 we'll be converging at the stadium to give the participants a message of hope and encouragement, and also unveil the program on what is going to happen going forward.
One of the things, when we arrived here this morning, MEC, and I think this is one of the things you might address a little bit later, we saw loads of people dumping things on this side behind us, coming in, brushing their teeth, throwing stuff. How do we educate community members to understand that this not only has an impact on the environment, but on their direct health?
Yeah, I think it's habits, behavior, attitude, and some of the people just don't care. it will take a bit of time to change these attitudes and behavior, but we are determined. We're going to try our level best to educate people. We'll be going to their houses. We will be using the opportunity we have with kids in schools. We will be urging our religious leaders in their sermons to preach about this. We'll be engaging the sport loving people through the different platforms that are there. So we're going to use different strategies to make sure that we mobilize our people. We're putting billboards, we have printed pamphlets, posters, but we also have cadets that will be established in every ward so that they work on a daily basis and in a protracted period to ensure that as many people as possible are reached, because as you can see, this place is congested. There isn't much space, but this open space, we also want to use it for food security, because one of the important element of this program, it's food security. It's not just about cleaning and greening. We want to make sure that we establish vegetable gardens. We are planting at least 50 indigenous fruit trees today. If we were to plant fruit trees here, put gardens here, and make sure that some of the people here look after those gardens, look after those fruit trees, I'm telling you, next time we come back here, this place will be green, will be beautiful, and we won't be having people littering. So we also need to use the open spaces efficiently and effectively wherever they are, because one of the problems why people end up littering is, well, these spaces are not they are underutilized, and they can also be utilized for sporting and recreational activities, not just for planting of vegetables and all that. We've got a lot of such spaces. We just need to make sure that they are properly utilized.
For sure. MEC, thank you very much for talking to me. That, of course, is MEC Lebogang Maile, the MEC for Economic Development, Environment, Agriculture and Rural Development, talking to me about the Bontle Botho Clean and Green campaign that's being launched today. Nearly 2,500 people expected at the Alexandra township. Various groupings. The MEC will lead one group. We'll have the Premier, Mr. David Makura, he'll lead another group. The Minister of Environmental Affairs, Edna Malewa, she'll be here leading another group. So there are various MMCs all leading different groups at 5 different venues, and they'll start that cleaning campaign at 7 o'clock this morning. That's in a couple of minutes from now, until 9 o'clock, or as he said, just roughly before 11, and then they'll start with the official part. Lebo, we've got loads more still coming from Alex Township. Let's get back to you in studio.